Well, hello and welcome people in here to our ongoing Steam Next Fest coverage. In this one, we're checking out a game called Debugging Hero, which is an action roguelite, but with a twist. We're going to gain the ability to pause time and debug or change the stats of our enemies, or I'm assuming ourselves as well. Seemingly, we're going to get like a random pile of numbers, and we can throw those numbers wherever we want as we're playing. Basically, just watch the trailer. That's about all I know. So, without further ado, go ahead, grab a drink, grab a snack, sit back, relax, and let's jump into this one. Menu is pretty simple, and as far as the game goes, we got a little bit of story here. She has no bones in her arms whatsoever. This is the story of a girl named Kiara. This is the story of a girl. The human kingdom and the demon lord's castle are locked in a fierce war. Yeah, I'm okay with that demon taking over our city or whatever. That's fine. Many hero guilds have joined the battle, yet they struggle to even clear a single dungeon of the demon lord. Only guild led by Kiara. I'm going to honestly call her Kiara's because Kirara's is a little weird. I guess I would call her Kirara. Her father has successfully cleared dungeon after dungeon, earning the kingdom's praise. Watching her father, Kirara, dreams of becoming a hero herself. However, her father refuses to allow his daughter to walk the path of a hero. Frustrated by his continued oppression, Kirara recalls the legend of a sword that no hero has ever been able to pull. Its name, Excalibur. If I can pull that sword, with an impulsive decision, Kirara leaves home in the dead of night and heads into the deep forest. Thus begins the tale of the legendary hero, the Debugging Hero, born from youthful passion and rebellion. Oh, we're thinking. If I can just pull out the legendary holy sword, Dad won't be able to stand in my way anymore. Oh, she had to think of her next sentence. That's what I thought when I ran all the way here, but a sword that no hero has ever managed to pull out? Maybe it was a really foolish idea after all. Maybe if you're going to fight things, you should wear more coverage. Well, since I've come this far, I might as well give it a shot. Who knows? Maybe I'm the legendary hero destined to be chosen by the sword. Perhaps that is the case. Okay, WASD movement. Very easy. Right click. Okay, right click is a dash that goes in the direction that you're holding. Easy enough. The magical sword. Can we pull out? Oh, it's got a little fat tip to it. All right, there it is. If I pull out the holy sword, become a legendary hero, defeat the demon lord, and bask in riches, how amazing would that be? I don't know. How amazing would that be? Sure, no one's ever pulled that out before, but that doesn't mean I can't do it. All right, let's go. What are you going to pull with? You got no elbows. You got no leverage. F in the chat. Let's go. All right. All right, let's give it a try. God, Kirara just went through puberty. Sorry, that was a little bit of steak in my throat. Even if I can't pull it out, I shouldn't be too disappointed. All right, then. Here goes. With the power of the lesser no elbows, I summon. That's an interesting sword shape. For a holy sword that no hero has ever managed to pull out, it came out way too easily. Yeah. Me, a legendary hero? Oh, geez. Okay, I was not expecting the sword to have an eye. We're gonna call it the one-eyed monster. The sword talks. You have been chosen by me to defeat the demon lord. You are the Debugging Hero. Probably one of the lesser respected names as far as nicknames go for legendary heroes. Debugging, what does that mean? Debugging is a power that only the hero chosen by me can wield. Rather than explaining it, it's faster to show you. Now lift me up high. Excuse me. Hit R. All right, 100 health, 200 attack, 0 defense. Now, do you see the symbols and numbers above your head? Yes, I can see them clearly. How fascinating. These represent your body's health, strength, and endurance. Okay, what is endurance? I'm assuming that's defense, but through debugging, you can visually display information about yourself and your enemies. And if you have a variable card, you can even modify these values directly. So, modify them directly, so if I change my strength, I'll actually get stronger or weaker? Indeed, by using variable cards wisely, you can enhance yourself or weaken your enemies. That's an incredible ability. Sure is. Now, brush off the blade and start debugging. can't believe it. I'm the legendary hero who was chosen. If I take down the Demon Lord, even Dad will have to admit I'm a real hero. And while I'm at it, I'll bask in glory and riches as the hero who saved the world. Your motivation is rather unique, but I do appreciate your confidence. My duty is to aid the hero in defeating the Demon Lord. I shall support you with all my strength. Thanks, Mr. Sword. All right, time to set off on my adventure. Mr. Sword. Okay, we got a little swing action. And then we hit R to debug. Right now, okay, so right now R basically just pauses, but we need things in order to actually debug. Oh, look at these pricks. A rookie hero, huh? Wandering alone in the deep forest at midnight. Pretty gutsy. Guess we'll have to teach you a lesson. Ha! A bunch of bandits. Sounds like the perfect warm-up for the start of my adventure. Good. They're also excellent targets for testing your debugging skills and your head removal skills. I've prepared variable cards. Use them and try debugging on these foes. Got it. All right, let's do this, Mr. Sword. All right, debug. Oh, so what do we want to do here? So minus 45. Is that just oh my god, we can literally just like, can I just insta-kill him? I think he's just dead. Give me more health. You can literally just one-shot enemies. Okay. Oh, right. I need to remember that right click is my dash, not space. Oh, okay. Attacking. Oh, that was very weird. Okay, so that felt weird for an instant. I didn't know what was going on. So your attacking is not. There's basically nothing. Well, your attack and your dash are tied to your mouse. Your direction is tied to WASD. Which is why it was weird, because I was like aiming over here. I'm like, why am I not attacking? But you have to actually turn that way to attack. Okay, that's going to take a little bit to get used to. I'm used to like the dual controls. Fire. Is this where those bandits were staying? The campfire is still burning. That means that there's more of them nearby. Seems so. I don't sense any other bandits around, though. All right, let's keep moving. Perhaps we should rest here until sunrise. Or, yeah, or we cannot move. It's still the middle of the night. Traveling in the dark could be dangerous. Oh, don't tell me you're afraid of the dark. You're a freaking sword. You cut things. Well, I guess resting is important for adventure, too. All right, I'll get some shut-eye for a bit. Whoa, do we have a cape now? Oh, we do have a cape, and we got a coat. But... Okay, so we've protected our sides a little bit, a tiny extra little bit of our biceps. Our legs are still fully exposed, and we put cloth on our sword, so now we probably can't cut anything. I've never understood that. Why do people put, like, that's like a common anime trope I see. Like, why put cloth on your sword? Doesn't that just, like, dull it up? But, all right, the sun's up, and I'm all set for the adventure. Mr. Sword, did you get some rest too? While you were resting, I placed a return spell on this location. If you find yourself in danger during battle, you can safely return here. Wow, Mr. Sword, you sure have a lot of abilities up your sleeve. Thanks. God, is he got a thing for Kirara? All right, shall we get going? All right, let's get her going. We also got 3 bars down here. Interesting. Oh, that's for these. Hoop, debug. Okay, let's go for, what do we want to do here? So I'm assuming this is defense. So maybe, I don't know how damage works, because we definitely don't one-shot these guys. Let's do this. Let's hold off for a second. So 17 damage. So how are we getting 17 damage? Okay, so to be completely fair, I don't exactly know how these numbers are correlating. So that being the case, let's give ourselves a little bit more max HP. Let's go ahead and... Man, this is interesting. Like, do I debuff their attack? Do I debuff their defense? Do I just basically get damage on them? I feel like I just get damage on them. Okay, so this movement style, I will admit right off the bat, I'm not a super big fan of. I definitely wish it was just, because right now it's very linear, and what I mean by that is like there's clearly 8 directions. I do kind of wish it was just more of like a typical twin stick where you can kind of move in 360 degrees. Perhaps I mean, I'm not entirely sure like who's developing this. It could very well be a first timer, and maybe this is just easier to code, but it feels a little rocky for action combat. But so far the concept is really interesting. When allies' HP is below max HP, HP debugging is amplified by 50%. Unlock attack speed debugging for allies. Unlock stun damage debugging for the player. Stun damage. Well, I wish I had a little, you know, tooltip for what exactly stun damage is. Because, like, does this have to build up then in order to stun enemies? I guess we'll give it a try, see what it does. It's kind of the same thing. Like, I wish here if we were hovering over, it would specifically tell me like how does this correlate? You know, like defense, and because if we're doing 200 damage, they had what 30 shields, like, but we were doing 17 damage, so I'm not entirely sure how those numbers are being calculated. So it looks like perhaps every room we get more. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. So let's see. Let's reduce you. Let's actually just wholly reduce you. Okay. Oh, we could just get variable cards. Okay. So we basically could get an instant kill, or we can get a heal. I think I'm going to go with the heal because we're pretty low. And I'm going to assume, actually, okay, instead of assuming, let's test here. So if I go in an extra, I'm assuming we're going to get 3 cards. So far, every room we've been going into, we get 3 cards. So should I use this card before I go into the next room? Like, is there going to be an overflow card? Okay, there isn't. Okay, so we're going to keep that in mind. Anytime we get a card, we should use it. Basically, we want to make it so that we always have 0 cards going into a room. Let's see. So let's go ahead. We'll reduce your defense. Oh, maybe I should have reduced his defense. Okay, maybe let's give us some stun damage. Let's try this out. Oh, okay. Attack speed. I'm gonna take the heal again because I am dying. Okay, so I don't know if there's any need for exploration, like if there's gonna be any chests anywhere. So I'm just kind of checking. If I don't see like the top of the map, then I'm gonna look just to make sure, like, you know, there's nothing kind of hidden up there. Okay, so we don't have much healing here, so I'm gonna pop this into our defense. What else do we have here? We have a couple archers. Let's maybe, you know what? Let's play a little defensive here. Let's reduce their attack power. And then I'm going to try and come back here and kill the archers. Okay, so it does look like stun damage basically puts a stun meter. Oh, they can, okay. I didn't realize that they could attack over walls like that. But they can't attack, is there certain obstacles they can't attack through? I guess maybe the rocks? Okay, so it looks like, yeah, see, the strategy is just kind of jump in, get an attack, dodge out. Speed debugging for allies. I don't think... Oh, okay. I was going to say, why is there 2 of the same? But I'm literally blocking that. I suppose the reason I would not... Okay, so this is interesting. So I suppose the reason plus cards, I basically think I always want to take. The minus cards, I don't know. I wonder, okay, I'm going to see, can I activate debugging before I get cards? I'm guessing probably not. Yeah, obviously not. Okay. Is there anybody that's really strong? One thing I wish I could do is I wish I could move around. Let's see, let me just try everything here. Trying all holding mouse. I wish that I could scroll around the map. So that way I didn't have to like do this to do the map. Let's go ahead and just get this guy dead. And we'll do the same thing for you, I think. And then I'm going to heal myself. Oh, so maybe stun damage? Okay, you cannot dodge through those. Perhaps, yeah, okay, so it looks like stun damage, you have to work it down, not up. What's going on down here, buddy? Got some problems? Oh, he worked his way out. Text me debugging for hostiles. I mean, again, I'm just going to take this variable card. To be fair, once you get better at the combat, I'm assuming you're probably not going to take the cards all the time. You're probably actually going to affect what you can actually change. Okay, let's see here. Let's throw on... Let's get some more attack power. And then... I mean, why wouldn't I just kill these guys? Okay, so I don't really want the variable card, so I feel like healing potion is just really strong. So the way, okay, let me go through one more room. Let me think here. So the thing that I'm feeling right now, again, this is like a super initial impression, right? 20 minutes in. So for things like attack speed, it doesn't, the way that the combat plays out, or at least the way that to be fair, the way that I'm playing it right now, I don't feel like attack speed is going to be necessary. Because until there's a new type of enemy that I can't do this to, the best way it feels like to fight these enemies is to attack and then dash away. Just keep attacking and then dash away. There doesn't really seem to be any reason, because it's not like there's any stagger. Like, I guess there technically is, right? We have stun damage. But they can still attack us while we're attacking them. So I might as well just get a hit, back away, get a hit, back away, right? Just keep repeating that cycle. And so because of that, if I'm only doing one attack at a time, it doesn't really feel like having any kind of attack speed is really necessary. Let's do this. Let's reduce these guys down to 1 or maybe 2 hits. Oh, God. Oh, that was a bad dash. To be fair, we get more healing now. Oh, buddy. That was a big heal. That was a big old chunky heal. Oh, boss time? Stop right there. Huh? Is that burly guy the boss of the bandits? No, of course not. Our boss doesn't need to bother with some rookie hero like you. As the boss's right-hand man, I'll personally put you in your place. Ha! That's exactly the kind of line a third-rate villain would say. You'll regret standing in Hero's way. All right, let's go, Mr. Sword. Good, show that scruffy bearded brute what you're made of. What do I get for debugging? Okay, so here I think, oh, my stats. Okay, we're gonna spread these out a little bit. And I think for me, we're gonna go, oh man. Actually, first, I'm gonna see if I can stun this guy. Okay, doesn't look like it can, so good thing I didn't do that. So, let's actually, do we put it into our defense? Let's put it into our defense. Oh god, okay, I didn't realize he was going to attack me that fast again. Oh, you got freaking axes, my dingus dude? Okay. Okay, there definitely needs to be iframes on dashes. There definitely needs to be iframes on dashes. All right, that was rough. Yeah, so especially, because my thought is like, if you have 360-degree movement, then you should, in theory, be able to, if you have 3 projectiles like that, there should be an angle that if you know the dash distance, you can dash and go between them. But if you're limited to 8 directions and I dash, I only have 2, basically, well, I mean, you have 8 directions that you can dash, but I guess what my point is, like, you're limited in the, what am I trying to say? Because you have the edited limitations, like there, for example, I don't know, I suppose I could have just dashed completely horizontally. I guess my point is I want to see iframes on dashes. That's ultimately what I'm saying. Because if I dash into a projectile, that just feels bad. Most action roguelites have that. All right, what's up, Sophia? How are you gonna help us? Oh, are you some kind of like healer, maybe? That's kind of a cross. Sophia. Kiara, what are you doing here? That girl. Yeah, this holy sword is a character, huh? Heard you were working as an administrator. Oh, I just realized something. Well, that's... Her art has a sword on it, but he's right here. So there maybe should be some art where she's not holding the sword. What's with that great sword? This? Try to not be too shocked when you hear this. I and I alone have pulled out the legendary sword that no hero has ever been able to wield. Come on, Mr. Sword, say hello. This is Sophia. Yeah, he's a playboy. He likes the girls. Actually, he's not really a playboy. He's more of a shy guy. This is the end of the demo version. If you enjoyed the demo, please add Debugging Hero to your wish list. All right, so a nice, short and sweet little demo. Debugging Hero, interesting concept. Not exactly sure that I'm thrilled with the execution. Like I said, the movement was a little, to me, it was a little weird. I got used to it. Having WASD aim your character while also attacking and dashing in that direction. I do wish it was more twin stick. That would be a little bit more, a little easier to control. And then of course, iframes on dashes, definitely want to see that. That being said, taking all that into consideration and moving on to the debugging, because that is of course what's most important here. I think it's an interesting concept. I feel, so I would kind of hope for a little bit more exploration of the concept. To me, it seemed, it just felt like there wasn't a lot of benefit. Well, I suppose the thing is, if you don't have to heal your character, okay, well then it's going into attack power and defensive power. When it came to enemies, there weren't enemies that were tough enough that it seemed like doing anything other than reducing their health was worth it. Right? Because we were doing roughly, what were we doing? Like 17 damage. And we were pretty on average getting, reducing debugs that were around 30 to 40. So ultimately you're getting about two to 3 hits out of each card on life totals. So it seemed like rather than like needing to strategically figure out where you want to put your cards, it was just, hey, you enter a room with an extra heal and 2 extra damage spells. That's kind of what it felt like. Because you could make the argument that sure, you should maybe decrease the attack of the archers, or you know, decrease the defense of the boss. I think it makes a little bit more sense with the boss. But I feel like there probably needs to be some way. I think what I was just going to say is there probably needs to be some way to generate more cards as you play in each room. But then you get into the same situation where maybe health just shouldn't be an option. Because I feel like health is easily the strongest option. Except for, I feel like the pluses are the most, I feel like the plus cards are the ones with the most options. Because if you don't heal yourself, like if you're not getting hit, then your health is going to be pretty consistently topped up. And so then you can choose like, okay, do I want to be more defensive with my cards? Do I want to be more offensive with them? Do I want to get attack speed and attack faster? You know, you can kind of decide there. But when it comes to the negative cards, I just can't find a reason that you would want to not go with health. Right? Because the most powerful thing you can do is just take enemies off the board. Yeah, so maybe it just shouldn't affect health. But then you only have like 2 options. It's an interesting idea. I definitely think it needs to be expanded upon a bit. But it's definitely a different feeling roguelike. So definitely one that I would be interested in seeing how it progressed. As it is, definitely seems like it's a pretty early stage idea. Probably needs to have some other element to it to make it a little bit more strategic than just a glorified damage spell. But what do you guys think? Debugging Hero, let me know down below in the comment section below. And of course, if you did have fun, if you had a good time, would you kindly smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more roguelite action? Other than that, guys, I've been Ganyonz, this has been Debugging Hero, and I'll see you all in the next one.